Huntsville is a city built upon caves. For instance, the Madison County Courthouse literally sits on top of Big Spring Cave. Believe it or not, there are many caves within the city limits, over 250 actually. One of them is called Shelta Cave. I had the opportunity of exploring Shelta Cave. Here's what I learned. When I first found out that Shelta Cave was only 4 minutes away from Fox 54, I was shocked. I was also shocked to hear that,
as much as the Rocket City, it's also the Cave City.
But apparently, this is not uncommon.
There's a lot of places that have caves in the city limits.
Caves within city limits aren't unheard of.
It could be assumed that where there's a mountain, there may be a cave. But there's one thing for certain.
Any place in the world you have limestone, there's going to be caves.
Any area across the nation that has limestone bedrock will have caves, and lots of cities are built on those areas. You know, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Chattanooga, Huntsville, Birmingham.
Being inside of the city limits, there's bound to be history there. Alongside being the original headquarters of the National Speleological Society, Shelta Cave, at one point, was also a place of public entertainment.
Henry Fuller bought the cave in 1888 and named it after his daughter Shelta, which is the name of the cave now.
They held dances here, they held boat rides. You know, some of it's pretty unique.
You may be wondering, what could be so unique about a cave? To some, it may just be
muddy, full of breakdown and rock.
But really, what makes it unique is what's living inside.
And a lot of animals, a lot of critters. With it being a sinkhole entrance, debris falls in, and that debris becomes food for some, and then other animals feed on those animals, and it's a cycle of life.
From blind fish and crayfish, shrimp, salamanders, and beetles, Shelta is full of life. But even the non-living things there are quite fascinating, like these rimstone dams, which, like most things inside of caves, were formed by water.
Some of the formations I took you to, like the bathtub, I love it. And I'm glad we got to see all the little ones where it built up to that giant one.
Caving and conservation go hand in hand, and Shelta is owned and highly protected by the NSS.
To keep this as a nature preserve is important because of the biology within the cave. There's some unique animals that live here, and being property manager affords me the opportunity to contribute to that conservation.
Not only to protect what's inside, but to preserve it for generations to come.
You know, what is it? Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints.
With Huntsville Underground, I'm Nixon Norman, Fox 54 News. Oftentimes, caves are located on private property and or require a permit to access. So be sure to do your research before ever seeking out a cave, and make sure you have the correct gear before entering, and understand that caves are meant to be preserved.